So welcome back guys, this is Madhav PVL. Now today we are going to discuss about the file system versus DBMS. So before listening to this, you need to just listen to this first session which is in my playlist DBMS tutorials by me. So let us just get into the topic. So you may just get a doubt like if there is a file system, so what is the use of DBMS? So now we will just discuss about the disadvantages of the file system along with the advantages of this DBMS. So one user will store the data and that user only can access the data in the case of file system. That is, we can just say like here we can just see in this drive or in this PC, if you just share post any data, so only you can just access this, right? So this is not for public. So if you just place that data in this OneDrive, so let us just think. So OneDrive is a cloud storage, we can just share it with anyone it is required. So OneDrive is provided by this Microsoft, and then these are all our personal hard drives. So these are all this file systems, and then OneDrive is a database management system. So we can just say like Google Drive is also one of the database management system. So one user only will store the data and only that user can access the data. But placing the data in a server is a bit easy. That is the concept of the DBMS, centralizing data. So if we just post some data into the Google Drive, there is a not required option for just getting the data name. So it doesn't mean so we do not require to just memorize the place where it is stored. So it is a centralized data. We will just get some shareable links. So if we just get that links in our notepad or whatever it may be, so if we just paste that link in the browser, we will just get the data opened in a server. So that is a bit easy when we will just compare it to storing in these drives. So placing the data into a server is easy, while if we just consider while centralizing the data. So disadvantages of the file system. So if I want to search for a data of a 1 KB, then in the case of a file system, I need to search the data from the whole memory of a 25 GB. So we can just say like if we just want to search one small key, then we need to search the whole memory from the 25 GB. So if we just consider that in the server, so only the folder which we open to search will only open. So the whole data will not be searched. So all the things which were stored in this DBMS will have some particular algorithms. So if I want to search in this server, then it will take a bit less time than that of this file system. So no need of attributes in the DBMS. So attributes in the sense the file paths. So F drive, this folder, file name dot that extension. So those attributes are not required in the case of this DBMS. So concurrency plays a major role in DBMS while accessing files without any problem. So here we can just say like concurrency is nothing but if we just consider, now let me just open my Paint. So this is the data. So now data is accessed by user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4. So if we just consider these users 1, 2, 3, 4. If 4 users are simultaneously accessing the same data, so if this user deletes one file, then in the case of file system, the sharing is not possible. So concurrency is not possible. Only one person can access the data at a time. So if this person deletes, then it will just take some time to refresh the data in this whole main subsystem. So after refreshing, then that file will be deleted for the 4 also, for 3 also, for 1 also. If we just created this one new file, so if we just created a new file, then it will just again load for some time and it will just create the new file for 3 and also for 4 and also for 2. So concurrency will be easy, plays a major role in DBMS while accessing files without any problem. So multiple users can access the centralized data in this DBMS. So that is nothing but the concurrency. So security by DBMS is a role based access. So security is nothing but if we just consider a data, so if we just post a link in some group, so student can access only up to this particular place, faculty can access up to this particular place, dean can edit those things. So here we can just see in this drive link. So if we just click on this share, we will just get three things. So this is restricted, so this is also one of this share it purpose. So if we just share it with this thing, so we can just see these three things. So viewer is a student, commenter is a lecturer, editor is a dean. So we can just consider like the security features are provided by DBMS. So this is a role based access control which is placed in this DBMS, not in the file system. So this is possible only by in this DBMS. So redundancy is required for any file system. Different file names are required to be stored in this DBMS to avoid the confusion. So here we can just save in this file system with the same file names, but in DBMS we required different file names and different attributes. So it requires some other things to just store the same types of files. So redundancy is required for any file system. Different file systems are required to be stored in this DBMS. So most probably there may not be so many differences, but DBMS will just make the user not suffer much. So but the file system has only one user control. So this is most probably the major difference between this file system versus a DBMS. So thank you for watching Works After College. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.